What's up, guys? So I had to wear one of my t-shirts that said Detroit on it because today we're going to talk about a sneaker with another city embroidered on it, and a city that I'm going to talk about how much I love and appreciate, and it's always a great time to visit. It probably is the greatest city in the world. That's New York City. But just to remind you, Detroit all day, all night. But I wouldn't mind maintaining an apartment in New York City. You know, if the money gods bless me in the future, maybe that's something that might happen. Now, when it comes to pizza, Detroit deep dish is the king, but some nice thin New York slices always go down nice as well. It's debate down in the comments below, deep dish or New York style. I want to know, because we don't care about whether you want pineapple on your pizza, because pineapple is the right answer, but deep dish or New York style. Let me know down in the comments about what you think. Now, that's the clue for this New York centric sneaker we are talking about today. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steve. Thank you for joining us, and today we are talking about an iconic sneaker. It is a version of everyone's favorite casual everyday user, the Air Force One. Now, not just the Air Force One Low, which is obviously the most popular one. This is an Air Force One Mid. Takes a little bit more attitude, a little bit more bravery maybe to pull off Air Force One Mids. Lows are just so easy to go with, and you can't blame anyone for rocking with the lows, but mids have a energy all their own, and they are dope, especially when done in a colorway like this, which is a retro revisit of some dope sneakers that have been dropped in the past, I should say. Today we are talking about the Air Force One Mid in this gorgeous cool gray NYC version colorway thing. Before we get into it, let's first take a closer look. Alright, guys, now that you've seen a closer look of these bad boys right here, first off, welcome to the channel. To all the returning subscribers, it's always good to see your smiling faces. If you are new here, you know what to do. Consider joining the fam. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. I want you to be a part of it. Your likes, comments, subscriptions, engagements, all you guys are the best. You are what makes a sneaker channel great. It's not me, it's you. I appreciate every last one of you. I also try to be the CEO of responding to comments, so drop a comment about the pizza like we talked about, or about the sneakers, and I will get back to you. I will respond. Now, before we get into it, check out some of my helpful links down in the description below. Protective shoe spray and cleaning kits to keep your kicks clean, my favorite sneaker books, as well as links to cop if they are available. If I have any retail links for these bad boys, I will have it linked down in the description. I will also throw in some links for some of my favorite readily available Air Force Ones on the market right now. One of my most popular videos was best sneakers under $100 that I did earlier this year. You guys showed me a lot of love on that video. I think we're over 100,000 views now. Crazy. This one would have absolutely qualified. These retailed for $95, which I think is a fantastic deal when you consider this sneaker as it is. This is definitely a more premium Air Force One than your standard. Really nice materials here, construction. We're gonna get into all of it, but first the colorway itself. Look at that. Gray, gorgeous, cool gray. Makes me think about those cool gray Jordan 11s that are dropping later this year, which I am all over. I mean, just complete the trifecta for me of Jordan 11s, the cool grays, the Breads, and the Concords. To me, that is like the top 3 Jordan 11s, so I gotta get my hands on those later in December when they drop. So this is a nice little teaser, get you in that cool gray mood. Especially, I mean, look at just how clean this looks, and my favorite feature of this sneaker, this right here, the jeweled swoosh. For those of you unfamiliar, the jeweled swoosh dropped around the mid-2000s, and it's kind of like, it's a plastic, kind of semi-translucent, kind of pops off the side of the sneaker. It just looks dope, and whenever the jeweled swoosh is used on a lot of sneakers, it usually looks fantastic. I would love to have a Nike hat with the jeweled swoosh on it. I think that would be very dope. Nike, you can, anytime you guys want to do the collab, full apparel, shoes, I'm here with it. I'm for it all. Just bang my line, you know where I'm at. So jeweled swoosh, like I said, debuted in the mid-2000s. This is more or less a shoe that pays homage to New York exclusive releases that have happened throughout the years. So as if you don't know, a lot of Nike sneakers have released exclusively in certain cities. Everywhere from Tokyo to New York City, there have been exclusive releases. For those of us like me that live in the Midwest, kind of bittersweet, especially back in the day when you could only buy sneakers in person. There wasn't the internet and shipping and all that. But I digress. These sneakers pay homage to those Nike exclusive releases that happened in New York City. So there is some New York City branding you see on the sneaker. Of course, on the strap here, you see the NYC embroidered, the same NYC embroidered on the back around the heel. And then you get the NYC Air Force One at the top of the tongue. And the embroidery looks good. It's clean. It's not overdone. And you know, when you have pants, like you'll see in my on foot looks, as well as a full fit coming up at the end of the video as well, my pant leg is covering all this NYC embroidery. So if you're someone that doesn't really want to walk around with NYC on your shoes, if you're rocking these with pants, you don't got to worry about that. I mean, unless you're doing the jogger thing, which is a different story. But for me, with my jeans just over the top here, it's just a clean, classic gray Air Force One mid. It looks fantastic. And I kind of do like cutting off the strap and everything at the top because that can be a little bit much. It's just pant, shoe, it's clean, it looks fantastic. Now, let's talk about the materials here, guys. Materials, like I said, $95 felt like a steal for this because this does feel better than a typical run-of-the-mill Air Force One that you get off the shelf. You know, those white Air Force Ones that most people buy. The leather can be suspect depending on what, you know, when or what batch you get, and it could definitely feel cheaper. This one came in that nice premium Air Force One box. It kind of had the feel of a more premium Air Force One. I actually had to check my order history to make sure that I only paid 95 bucks for this because this felt like this could have been a 115, maybe 120 retail, and I wouldn't have flinched, especially after holding it in hand. This leather feels great. Nice tumbled leather near the middle, tumbled leather at the toe box, nice smoother leather wrapping the toe box and around the heel counter. And even the tongue itself is finished in leather. Nice, supple, soft. It feels fantastic. Crispy white midsole, of course, the best midsole in the game, and then the contrasting gray outsole. And the white laces look fantastic. I didn't get any extra laces with this pair, but that white contrasting with the gray, the white swoosh at the bottom of the laces there looks fantastic. The jeweled swoosh also done in white, the embroidery obviously in white. And the other thing I really like about this, and I haven't had a pair of mids like this in a while. I don't know if every pair comes with this little plastic tab at the end of the strap, but that's fantastic. It's easy to grab, makes it easier to use, gives it more of a higher end feel, of course. The strap, of course, done in leather as well. Everything from a quality and build aspect of this sneaker is spot on, and then the colorway just looks fantastic. I can't recommend this one enough here going into these fall and winter months before the weather gets crazy and you want to get your hands on some, you know, Air Force One Gore-Tex boots. This is going to serve you very well going into the holiday season, or if you live somewhere that doesn't get as crazy, nasty, mucky snow like we do here in Detroit. This is, I mean, I love this. I love the way this looks. I think it's gonna wash up and work nicely. If you take care of it, it's gonna take care of you. I really can't see anything that I don't like about this sneaker, other than maybe a little DET around here, maybe an Old English, a Tiger's D. That would be pretty dope, you know, for my selfish reasons. But like I said, I love New York City. I love visiting. So this was something that I really just wanted to have based on the colorway and the fact that it's a little bit of a special edition and thankfully not crazily hyped and easier to get. In terms of the resale and the fit, guys, for resale here, it's not going crazy. I'm seeing them on StockXL for around $105 to $115. You know, that is $20 to $25 more than the retail itself, but when you're talking about a starting price at $95, that's really not that bad. There are plenty of other Air Force Ones going for crazy prices and frankly aren't as versatile and clean as this one right here. As far as the fit goes, it's Air Force Ones. I go with my true size. It feels fantastic. So whatever you go with other Air Force Ones, lows, highs, mids, whatever, go with that. Air Max 90s, that's my same size I go with a pair of Air Max 90s, but if you do, you know, half size between those two sneakers, just stick to that. Stick to what you do and you'll be fine as far as the fit goes on this. It's a tougher shoe to get on. You got to do some unlacing. It's a little bit more labor intensive, but it's going to be fine. The fit's going to be fantastic. And for the fit, guys, I went with just a conservative, easygoing fit. Now, keep in mind, this gray and white's going to go with just about everything, so you really don't got to worry. You just got to make sure that you're not going too crazy with the pants or the tops, and this thing is going to serve itself well. Definitely recommend it with a pair of jeans. I think they look best with jeans with that little cuff coming over the top. You could do it with joggers, of course, but you know, it definitely seems like the baggier, looser pants are more in now. We're kind of moving away from the skinny jeans and the joggers, so that's ripe for higher cut sneakers like these Air Force Ones mids and other higher top sneakers where the pant leg kind of drooping over, a little bit of fold happening at the bottom near the ankle really completes the look and actually kind of brings me back to the mid 2000s when these bad boys dropped, or at least the Jewel swoosh debuted on the sneaker sneakers themselves. I'm not entirely sure if this exact colorway dropped at any point. I do believe they're just paying homage to NYC exclusives and the crown jeweled swoosh itself. So that does it for me, guys, on this video of the Nike Air Force 1 Mid in this gorgeous cool gray colorway with the jeweled swoosh and the NYC embroidery. Definitely recommend this sneaker because you can get it for a good price. It's super dope, versatile, easy to wear. I mean, you just can't go wrong with a pair of Air Force Ones, especially Air Force 1 Mids like these for these winter months that we find ourselves in. So if you enjoyed these, let me know down in the comments below what you think about these bad boys right here. Links down in the description, of course. Protective shoe spray to keep these bad boys clean, cleaning kits to keep these bad boys looking good. You want to do that, as well as links to cop if I have some. You will find them down there, as well as some other Air Force Ones I will have linked for you to check out that I'm feeling right now. And of course, if you are new here, you haven't joined the fam yet, join the fam. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. You guys are the reason why this channel kicks ass. It's you, it's not me. Your likes, comments, subscriptions, your engagement. I very much appreciate that. Also hit me up at Instagram at Steve Saw This. I readily reply to the DMs on there. It's a little bit easier to get in contact more directly with me, obviously, than the comment section. I will hit you back on whatever platform. Hit the follow on both of those, as well as TikTok if you're feeling that as well. And with all that being said, hope you have a good day, good evening, good night, whenever you guys are watching this, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.